Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another installment in our No Buff Rift Clear series. We've only got a few rifts left to go in this particular series, and today we have one that can be very intimidating because we've seen survival type rifts occur before, but this one adds a little bit of some extra difficulty, and that's because it's a fight against Dormammu. Now, the tricky thing about Dormammu is he has large segments of the fight where he shields himself from all possible damage, and though there are other characters that are present in the arena to attack into and replenish your health based off of how the mechanics of this fight work, it isn't exactly the easiest of tasks because Dormammu has a lot of attacks that take up large portions of the battle arena or the entirety of the arena itself in some cases, and that can be pretty stressful. However, if you apply the same type of techniques that we've talked about in other survival rifts, then you should have a decently easy time dealing with this, especially because the extreme attacks that you have built up are basically a guaranteed health replenisher for your entire team whenever you have them online, as long as you line them up properly, and by that I mean when Dormammu is vulnerable and fully staggered after having the crystals thrown at him. So the basic gist of what we need to do here is keep an eye on our team's health. When certain characters get down lower, you'll want to switch over to them and manually use an ability or synergy attack in order to replenish their health. That's the biggest thing that you can do to really help yourself out here. Now, you can have up to 2 team members go down and still get the clear condition star for that, but if you're playing wisely, you should be able to avoid that altogether. And that's just kind of what we do here as we make our way through. Anytime I see that someone's in trouble, I will switch over to them, layer in a couple of hits, and make sure that they're back to a safe level of health, and I don't have to worry about them going down. Because though it's not impossible to get the clear if you have team members go down, it is going to draw it out a lot because you do miss out on some of your damage, and you can't revive your team members in this particular mode. So if they go down, you're done with them until you either complete it or you reset the rift. Now, the other thing that you need to be mindful of is there is a 4-minute time limit in order to get that last star. You can take as long as you want on this rift as long as your characters survive, but in order to actually get the win and that final clear condition star, you need to clear things out in 4 minutes or less. And the energy crystals that you can charge up here really do help a considerable amount when it comes to making sure that you have the resources to get through the fight quickly. Now, I have found that it's beneficial to charge up those crystals as much as you can, because you can get through the entirety of Dormammu's conjured shield in the second and third phases of this fight with 2 of them. And depending on how you're doing, you can then elect to move away from the use of the crystals themselves. It just kind of depends. In my case, I do like using the crystals a little bit more for this particular challenge because I don't have my team members buffed up, and that really helps me finalize things in a way that I feel comfortable with. However, in speedrun type environments, there are much better methods than using these crystals repetitively to burn down the resources that are being used by Dormammu to protect himself from damage. So as you can see here, we do manage to make our way through this fight, and apart from a couple of close calls with a few characters getting down very low on that health, we are able to get through it very fine. But thanks for checking out today's video. If you've made it this far, make sure that you leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for that daily variety content. And I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.